Oftentimes, I tell the young men, as a manly man, there are some things you need to do. You need to be able to handle yourself emotionally, spiritually, and also physically. And if it is that I'm telling these men that, then I need to lead by example. So I tend to run, and I haven't done an official 5K since before the pandemic. So I said, what the heck? Might as well start. Now, the first ever 5K, official 5K I've done was 21 minutes and 31 seconds. I was kind of cruising, wasn't anything major. And my very fastest 5K was sub 19. And it was actually at Venture Credit Union. So today, the plan was to at least do something faster than 21:31. No problem. When I started the race, I was like, it's always well, disclaimer, it's always well planned. But when I started the race at Venture Credit Union today, I realized the reason why I hate running at Venture Credit Union. Those stretches, those long stretches, messes with your mind, which is fascinating because it's a lot like life. There are times when you're running, and there are times when you're in life and you're pushing towards an event or a time or an objective, and it takes forever. And as soon as you say, all right, cool, the race going to finish, I see an external, like, Lord Jesus have mercy. I had forgotten how long this race actually is. Those stretches can be really, really difficult. But of course, you're going to have some people who are running beside you, and you have to remember your pace, because at the beginning of the race, you're going to always have, well, let's start with the very beginning of the race. You have some people who, they don't know the strengths. So you have a little granny who is like, excuse me, young man. Granny, you can't stay at the front, granny. You can't. You're going to have persons there with their children. You cannot stay at the front. That's going to be an issue. So you'll always have, you always have to know your strengths. Knowing your strengths make you able to get the best results of the race. So after you finish that, you're going to have some individuals who are sprinters in a long distance race. And after the first 100, 200 meters, then burn out. Again, if it is that you follow them, then you'll also burn out. If somebody else is running past you, doesn't matter. You know your strengths. You know how far you need to go. You know how you need to get there. You have been practicing. Then, of course, the issue with venture is that you have a lot of stretches. And the stretches can take a toll on you. You're like, how am I going to reach it? Just like in life where you have goals and the goals, just as you think that that's the end, another corner comes and another long stretch. Similarly, you have to make sure that you are focused, keep pacing yourself, and remember you are running your race. Then now, when we reach the longest part of the race, or the final stretch, all I am seeing is just sun and hot road. I know, I can't see the finish line. Then I started hearing the announcer, and I still can't see the finish line. Then I saw the stoplight, and I'm like, yeah, but the stoplight is still far from the finish line. And at the end of it, finally, it was over. It was a good run. I actually did 20 minutes and 16 seconds. Not my best, but it's definitely better than some of my other runs, and it's a good way to start. So I want to big up Venture Credit Union. It was as usual, lots of freeness. It was a good race. I hate the course, but the thing about this course is it messes with your mind, but it tends to bring out the best of you. And it's just like life. Sometimes you go through some things that are really challenging, but it makes you better. All right, take care.